keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. Uno, dos, tres. keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games. I will be kicking you out. I keep on telling you when you don't come home from nights out. I've had enough.
The logo features the number 25 to mark Sasafi's 25th anniversary, celebrating its legacy of excellence. A person holding a torch, inspired by the original Sasafi logo, represents the passing of knowledge and passion from past to present, honoring those who paved the way while inspiring the next generation. The rising stars symbolize young talents who are guided by the achievements of CESAFI Hall of Famers, echoing the slogan, "A legacy built, a future inspired." Laurel leaves reflect victory and recognition, highlighting the accomplishments of athletes, coaches, and leaders over the years. Lastly, the eagle head represents strength, vision, and forward movement, capturing CESAFI's commitment to growth and excellence for future generations.
Maayong adlaw sa ating mga suking tigpaminaw.
And good day, good morning, Kasasafi. You are still tuned in here at the Den of the Best Esports Student Athletes in Cebu. This is your loud and proud host, Astera.
And this is your charming kauban, taran, Dan, and welcome back to
CESAFI Esports League Season 4.
Now, after our quick break from last week, Astera, the wait is over. And we are so back for more MLBB action as we have finally reached our playoff stage.
Wow.
As we begin our ultimate march towards the grand finals, why don't we meet our teams vying for the crown?
Exactly, Dan. Moving forward here in the playoffs for our upper bracket, we will be seeing the best of 5 matches for the following teams. For match 1, it's going to be the USJ-R Jaguars versus the CEC Blue Dragons. And of course, for match 2 later on in the afternoon, it's gonna be the USC Warriors versus the UC Webmasters.
Wow. Now, Astera, match 1 is looking out to be an interesting match, diba? And on that note, did you know that both competing schools are located along Leon Kilat Street, Cebu City, diba?
Wala ko ibawan na.
Okay, Ana, silingan ra sila. Amazing, right? So to our live stream supporters, comment below kung kinsa ang makilatan sa kadaugan
Wow.
for match 1. Will it be the USGR Jaguars or letter B, CEC Blue Dragons?
Pwede.
Or basig si Leon Kilat ra gihapon ang makadaog? Or will it be letter D, isang pitik para sa ating mga student volunteers? Comment your predictions and support para sa iyong pinupusuang teams on the comment section below.
But before anything else, let's thank our sponsors for helping us make the CESAFI Esports League possible. First and foremost, we have Virginia Foods Incorporated, Smart Communications, PLDT Home, PC Express, Crayon Lab Custom Apparel and Digital Prints.
And we would also like to thank our official media partners. We have Puso P, Smart Sports, MSC, and MSL. And most importantly, we wouldn't be here without our official venue partner, CITU.
Wow, thank you so much for all of our amazing sponsors. Now, Dan, let's pass it over to our casters for match 1, shall we? We have, of course, the rarest treat you'll ever find, rare candy, and the flavor to our fights, Salty Chan for match 1. Casters, take it away.
Good morning, welcome esports fans. It's been a week and a half, and we are back here at CITU right up again for the playoff stage. I'm your daily reminder for your daily rewards, rare candy, and with me is
Salty Chan, one and only. What's up? What's up? How we feeling today?
we are feeling energized, we are feeling hungry for all the action-packed games that are gonna happen right up to this day. And the first game, of course, is going to be USJ-R versus CEC.
The Battle of Leon Kilat as our hosts.
Can you explain that a little bit more to me?
Well, as they said, the street of Leon Kilat houses these 2 schools, these 2 universities, and so these 2, silingan na sila, they're neighbors, and well, you just wanna see how these 2 fight.
Oh,
But-
sorry, I failed geography.
Oh, you failed. Oh,
I'm just joking.
see
but
me after class.
okay, I'll take you on that offer. But we're talking about, instead of geography, we're talking about the games here, the esports here. Of course, we have the top dogs of the bracket versus their dark horses that are the Blue Dragons of Cebu Eastern College. And
Right.
That's wild. This is going to be the first time that CEC is now at the top bracket, going up against the, as I said, the top dogs, the creme of the crop of
Ooh.
Sisafi Esports League. And whew, and we've seen this team. We've seen them surprise us constantly. So I'm way excited to what they're gonna serve up to us.
Right, and match 2, that's gonna be USC against UC Maine. That's gonna be later on today. And waiting for them here in the lower bracket, CITU and UCLM are winners from the play-ins. They'll be waiting for whoever loses between these two matches, as their play-in spot. The sprints that they did last week, very, very fun to watch.
Yes, and it's going to be a very long road for all of these teams, even though in a short amount of time, we have to see. Of course, we're going to be talking about USJ-R versus CEC, and
take a look.
it's going to be the ultimate gauntlet, the start of the challenges. As I said, the longest road in the shortest amount of time. So we only have 3 weeks till the grand finals back at SM. That's where everyone is going to head up straight back there, whether through blood and fire elements.
All the elements that you could think of already.
Yes, of course we have dragons and we have the panther.
Yeah, it's gonna be bloodbath here in Leon Kilat Street.
Ooh,
As now, yeah, these two are gonna go up against each other. This gauntlet that we're speaking of, the upper bracket. It's kind of a safe haven, so to speak, when it comes to like tournaments like this. I say this because upper bracket, for people who don't really know, the upper bracket has you have one more chance in the lower bracket if you do lose your match against them. And so this gives you a safety net compared to those who start out in the lower bracket. And they're also a step closer. As you saw in the bracket earlier, they're a step ever so closer to that final spot.
It's very enlightening, and of course, it actually lines up to our word of the day. As you said, safety bracket, and nothing is more of a safety bracket than a carry.
A carry, that's
yes,
true.
and that's, of course, guys, is our esports word of the day, carry. Can you tell us more, Professor Salty, on what is a carry?
Alright, let me pull up my imaginary glasses here and say, okay, a carry is what you typically see in games where they're the player who's going to be dealing much of the damage. Someone who you depend on to not just damage, but just utility and everything. Someone who can do that good, they can be your carry.
So they're the
Right.
talent.
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. We love that. We love lining those up. And of course, speaking of lining things up, we have yet to see what the players are up and about, especially during the week that we didn't have.
Yeah.
Yes, if you guys didn't notice, we didn't get to do last week. So,
Holy week.
of course, we have tons of things to show to you guys, and we can't wait for them. All right,
Yeah.
let's roll.
BDR.
Hey, good morning. This is Safi. This is your loud and proud host, Astera. And with me, of course,
It's Salty Chan.
and we are here today with our top leading team for Bracket A. We have the USJ-R Jaguars. Can you please introduce yourself to the camera?
I am Hisoyam from USJ-R. I am Celeborg. I'm speed 67.
Okay, so we have a lot of questions for you guys since right now we're gonna be having our match, no? But our first question is, you guys are finally here at the playoffs. Was the journey rough? How many sacrifices did you make? And how are you guys feeling right now?
Ang sacrifice na mo gibuhat pagkuan kay especially midterm man na mo last week, so amo gi-manage among time na mo practice like gahapon more din among practice gahapon na kaning good luck na lang sa next.
Among journey padung sa playoffs kay dili gyud siya sayon kay gamay ra kay mig time sa preparation kay since exam sa damo midterms and more good luck sa CSC.
Among preparation ra gibuhat kay sige ra mi kampo.
Sige, ampo. That's good. Now, Salty Chan, what are your questions, man?
Well, you guys going into the playoffs now. What have you guys prepared for us today? We prepared some unexpected heroes na among gi-make.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Tanaw na lang ninyo niya.
Same answer.
Same answer lang. Oh, okay. So, today you'll be facing off against CEC, the Blue Dragons, right?
Yeah.
What do you want to say to them? What do you want to say to them before we head into the games?
Good luck and have fun.
Good luck, Sad.
Let's give our fans a wonderful match.
And that is that, ladies and gents. These are once again your top leading team for Bracket A, the USJ-R Jaguars. Make sure to send in over your support in our upcoming live stream. Make sure to check them out with their upcoming match with the CEC Blue Dragons. We'll be seeing you shortly. Thea.
And we are
It's
back.
us.
Yes. Ooh, I love the good luck, have fun. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And of course, they have what it takes. USJ-R to not only good luck and have fun, but also get the chance to take it all away, as they've been undefeated roughly for the entirety of the season.
Yeah, only USPF took a dent in the Panthers' den, but still, wow. This team, they're top dogs of Bracket A for a reason, and it's that poise that they're able to claim, even if they had midterms. Even if they had other preparation, like they had ample
Yeah.
time to prepare, they're still able to take things, give us a fight every single time.
Yeah, they're still showing up their fangs despite all of the hardships that is midterms. I think every student can relate. Shout out to our volunteers who are all students actually, by the way. And yes, of course, with speaking of hardships, there's gonna be a lot that's gonna be for this gauntlet. Now that's
Right.
gonna go to now. Of course, we can't let them wait any further and let this gauntlet started as we welcome the teams. Hosts, take it away.
Featuring our top team of Bracket A, standing at an astonishing 10 points, Razor Claws for the University of San Jose Recoletos Jaguars. Going against them, the rising stars of Bracket B, standing proud with 7 points. Wave your banners for the Cebu Eastern College Blue Dragons. Alright, Sasafi fans, the spotlight shifts to the main stage. The pressure's on, and only the boldest will rise to the top. Casters, take us to the land of dawn.
Yes, and of course, we love to see those teams raring up and flaring to go with this really, really awesome game one.
Yeah.
Match one.
It's match
Actually,
one.
can't wait to see how they're going to start this off, especially for the play-ins.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
thoughts?
Oh yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup considering that they're both from different brackets. They never really met this season. The last time we actually saw them meet up was season 3 group stage when they were still in the same bracket, in the same group.
That's
rather.
absolutely true. Of course, however, we did hear from the USJ-R Mezutani himself that they have been scrimming despite all of the Holy Week and all of the I would say hardships that they mentioned about. And yeah, we have here Speed 67, Kazuki, Celiborge, Hesuyam, and Danger. Okay, this is a bit of a switch up from their regular roster actually.
I mean, this is their. I don't think Seed 7 is a roamer per se, but maybe they're cooking up something new for us today. Meanwhile, on the other side are Dark Horses. Well, should I
Yes.
say Dark Dragons? No, they're a Blue Dragons. Let's check it out. CEC Blue Dragons.
Blue can be dark.
No,
There's royal blue, yes,
Yeah,
as
it's
we see
royal
it. Look
blue.
here at for the Blue Dragons themselves. Of
Yes.
course, we have the two websites here.
Yep.
Yeah, we have
Kirk
the
and Troy.
HTTPS Kirk and HTTPS Troy here. Again, really locking in that very solid mid-roam duo. We've seen this before. The Kirk.Troy website anti-firewall.
Yep.
I'm just saying that because yeah, they do have this very solid blockade on actually surprising a lot of teams here.
Yes.
And of course, you can never count out Santai really pulling on. And of course, Onion Rings, who gave a massive showing from the previous week, especially in that game. Right, that during his Suyo performance, what was crazy. Yes.
Ridiculous. Onion Rings. This is his debut season, and he's showing up. He's really showing up. As now we go and check a head-to-head. As now
There's-
these two. Look at these two.
Yes.
Celeborgi and Onion Rings.
That is true. Yes, we have here the ratings
Ooh.
for these two teams. Right now, we have average kills between Celeborgi winning it out, of course, but you can't just count out Onion Rings because he does have really does have what it takes to actually face off someone that is a really, really strong contender for that jungler position, which is Celeborgi. And actually,
hero pool as well. Like very interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
actually, the gap isn't actually that big, and as you see here, the hero pool for this guy, it's not. They're both
Yeah.
very substantial, actually, really enabling that team here for each of them.
Right. It's going to be a deep run. It's going to be a deep tournament. And between these two junglers, we're going to see some very interesting picks, right? They're going to have to contest some utility junglers. They're going to have to contest their assassin junglers, the fighters. Those kinds of picks are going to be at the crux of their drafting.
Yeah, and that's also not to consider. So we also look at the other teams. We also look at the other players too. We have Santa. We have Santai in his carry. We remember that he's very, very consistent. But not to say the least, though, the gold laner for the USJ-R is also not someone to just overlook.
Absurd. Yeah. Actually, one of the few teams, USJ-R is going to be one of the few teams who actually made Yi Sun-shin work, who is, as of right now, a statistical anomaly in the Sasafi Esports League.
Okay, yes, we kind of have a thing here in the caster desk that is technically Yi Sun-shin is a game breaker
Yeah.
for most teams, mostly going for the negative, but yes, USJ-R
Yeah.
has made it work.
Yeah,
Again,
like-
really showing off the caliber of this team.
Yeah, week 1, speed 6-7, actually got an MVP on that Yi Sun-shin. And showing that the early game utility of a Yi Sun-shin in that gold lane is going to be the key X factor that you'd want to pick him for if you want to get him in that gold lane. However, a lot of teams have kind of shifted away from, kind of veered away from that idea. Because, as I said, it's the most picked hero here in Sasafi Esports League all throughout, the past few weeks or so of the season. However, the win rate is ridiculous. A little above 20%.
Yes, although statistically wise, it is balanced out with the win rate because, again, as we mentioned, only a few teams have made it work. And
Right.
very, very interesting. Now,
Making
now
it
each
work.
of these teams will definitely have their own things going in mind as they go to the gauntlet, as we keep saying,
Yep.
that they have to get through the first hurdle into the playoffs. And we'll check that out with the keys to victory.
All right.
Yeah,
And
so,
now, let's start off with USJ-R. They want an objective first mindset, especially with Celeborgi. Securing key objectives over the flashy fights is going to be pivotal. We've seen that kind of exposed during their fight against USPF that time, where Celeborg was not able to even move forward into the turtle pit, into the Lord pit. And so, the mid game is also going to be very important for these two. Why? Because CEC is going to be focusing on that.
Yes.
USJ-R, they'll have to stop that. They'll have to find a way to stop that. Stop getting taken by surprise by their sudden shift. Try to read into that and adapt, adjust to the fly, and try to take advantage of what you get from there.
Meanwhile, on the other side, of course, it's quite the opposite here for CEC. They have to be very unpredictable. They have to keep going what worked for them that got them here in the first place. They need to be surprising. They need to take USJ-R by the seat of their horns. And or by the pants off. They need to catch them off so hard. So again, they need to disrupt rotations. They need to figure out the chain of order of the processes or the rotations that they need and strike at the heart of that before USJ-R can start snowballing. And of course, they have to make these higher risk, higher reward. It's a very risky gameplay. It's very, I would like to call it cheesy. Yes, it's delicious when you get it, but it's full of holes. So they have to make these very calculated, risky calls so that they can break through the iron wall of that is USJ-R.
Right.
And so
Would you
it's
rather, yeah.
so it's essentially like a combo. It's like it's gonna be the biggest offensive weapon here for the Blue Dragons versus a very solid, consistent lineup or defensive. I would say they have to be the one defending here because there is a chance that USJ-R can be taken by surprise, be caught off by surprise by what the Blue Dragons can.
Can breathe out.
Can breathe out. Good catch.
All right. And to add on to that high risk, high reward thing, it's like gambling. Please gamble responsibly.
Let's
but
go gambling.
would you rather lose 100% of your money for like 1,000% return, for a chance for 1,000% returns? That kind of mindset can be dangerous, but it can pay off so much. As we go into the draft very, very shortly, I'm so excited. Any final thoughts before?
Yes, it's very gambling, just like here with the draft. It's also pretty much a gamble too. And as we are going to be starting the draft itself here, what are your first thoughts in the? Of course, the bans. We've seen them. We might have seen a little bit of a shakeup of the meta, but knowing some of these teams, they are very comfortable with whatever they've been used to. So again, we know the top bans. We've seen Jushin and Grok, definitely always the top ban priorities. We've seen that across the board. But who knows? We could be surprised. They could let it through.
It might be there might be a change up within the Holy Week. Maybe they realize that maybe these aren't so much of a priority ban as before. And I mean, that can kind of make sense. But at the same time, yeah, that can absolutely make sense because it's been 2 weeks since these two have last played.
Yes.
We did our little sprints, our little play-ins. They weren't part of that.
Yeah, so they've seen the light, and of course, in the light there is grass because the grass is dangerous, according to our very favorite shoutcaster Kratos. The grass is indeed dangerous, and with that, it's the Hilda who is going to be taken out in the first ban. And of course, we have called it, the carry is out of the picture here for Santai. We know this guy can do massive miracles, more or less, on this carry pick. So they're going to be taking that away, and of course, the Jushin is also out of the picture. Nothing really changed. The light never reached out to them. The light of Jushin is still bad. It's still kept under gray screen.
Yeah, the lamp doesn't really give them any favors. But speaking of lamp, you don't really. Wow, that's an interesting combo they have. They have lights. They also have a camera. Marcel is going to be banned, which is my favorite hero as of the moment. But unfortunately, no golden hour shenanigans is going to be happening. So they will ban that out. Meanwhile, Suyu is going to be banned on the side of USJ-R. They're not going to let Onion Rings dominate the mid game with that Suyu pick.
So, of course, as a Fredrin salesman myself, we might see Celeborjuan go to a utility pick here for Game 1. Maybe a little bit of a redemption arc from the last week. So, we might see a Fredrin pick, Fredrin Private. Or, again, they might pick something here like they might pick like the Harley. Again, Leomord is still up in the air, especially with Suyu. I don't know. Or again, USJ-R. We know that they've done Yusun Shin. They made it work. So
instead,
it's the Valentina priority here, and that cancels out so many O's, especially with the Sora and everything, and a lot of the really key, powerful ultimates, really key picks here. So they have to now. CEC has to now adjust their draft here, especially with that priority.
Yeah, the Valentina first pick is something new to the Sasafi Esports League. This is a very novel playstyle that they're going up. But now, they're summoning in some surprises for us right now. As they pick up the Kadita, very high pick, as well as the Claude. These ultimates are not as valuable to Valentina as she would want. And
yeah,
at the
very good
same time,
response.
these are very good, like mid to late game insurances. But that opened up Sora and Yi Sun Shin for USJ-R.
Yes, and I really love this color palette. I like the purple, red, and blues, and this is why USJR picked them. That's what I like to believe. Yes, and yes, with the Valentina being secured for them, it's going to be the Yi Sun Shin. And I said, we mentioned USJR, the only team that has so far made it work. This could still be a pivot to the gold lane Yi Sun Shin. Again, though, it is possible it might go to Celeborch 1, or it could go to Hisoyam. Now,
Look at that. It's
the
Kalea.
Okay, very, very roam heavy, especially with that Karita. So again, Kirk and Troy, the mid lane. So we might see a water wombo combo with the rough waves plus a tsunami slam.
Yeah, that's gonna drown you, man. Be careful with that. The dragons are employing some water-based gameplay out here.
and very thematic
And
too,
a-
since
it's a-
Kalea is a dragon of sorts.
Yeah, I guess.
She's a dragon humanoid, a
humanoid,
dragonoid
human
if you want to
dragon.
say that. Yes, okay. So now we have their first 3 picks here. Still lacking for the jungler and it's really interesting
Yeah.
that they did ban the Cho here. Of course, we know that Speed very much, we've seen him done Cho before. Yes.
Yeah,
USJR very, very surprising with that, making use of that Cho. Now, the
Phobius,
Phobius
yes.
is going to be the one taken out here for the side of... So, that leaves open for, again, possibly an Arlott, or although, again, I like the Arlott here as a response here, though it could still be... It could be they need some setup. They do need some, like, a massive setup too also here for the side of CC.
Right.
Yes.
And the setup I would think of would be on the side of Onion Rings. However, the thing is, the jungle picks are going to be extremely open right now. Baksha is open, Fredrin is open, Leo Mort is also open.
Yes.
Like, so many of these power picks are going to be available for USJR and for CEC. So, they're gonna have to trade it one after the other.
Yes, no, it's actually really surprising that Wu Zeshan has actually quite fallen off
Yeah.
on that matter. We've usually seen the Wu Zeshan being a priority pick, especially in the few games, but surprisingly, we don't see anywhere of that. No, not in the bans, not in the picks either.
She's been relegated, at least for this draft at the very least, because they did pick out their mid laners first.
That's true.
So, Harith is going to be the last ban for CEC.
yeah,
They are not falling for speed 6-7 going for the Yi Sun Shin. They think it's going to be a jungle onto Celeborge. And now the Fanny ban.
yes, of course. That's more of a respect ban
Yes.
actually. We know USJR Celeborge 1 is also a massive Fanny player. Now, they need to find a jungler here. Again, you said the Fredrin is still open. You still have the Baksha. Again, these utility picks that could help out. Again, because you do see that they do have some really good key carries here. We might see like a carry. But of course, it's the
Yes,
Fredrin
it's
here
Fredrin.
that's going to be taken here. Now, the response here could be either Celeborge 1 getting the Yi Sun Shin, or they might
They might pivot it to Leo Mort. you think?
Yes, they might pivot it to Leo Mord, who is still open here. But it's actually
Oh.
the Grok. And yes, how could we forget our big, beautiful Rock, who's been banned for so many games. Now, coming back because thanks to the Holy Week, thanks to the blessings of Holy Week, apparently, he's now back to us. And yes, this is going to be a Sora versus Lapu Lapu matchup.
Yeah.
That is going to be the last pick here for CEC. A really, really solid lineup here.
Ooh.
Yes, though, I would say, actually, the USJR very, very solid, especially with speed 6-7. Once he gets online, we see he can go ham. CEC, this is a more of like what we would expect from like a more structured approach.
Yes, this is a very
This is a very front to back team fighting, especially in the mid to late game, in that sense. However, yes, there's a lot more of the power given to USJR right in the moment, and we might see that maybe USJR might be the aggressors this time instead. But it could either way.
Could go either
Again,
way.
CEC, Dark Horse, they've come to this far by surprising us, and we can't wait what else they have to surprise us for. There's still a lot of surprise left in me. How about you?
Yep, there's a lot of boxes. You see, it's like boxes, right? You have like a gift box, and inside it, it's like another box. CEC is just going to continue it. It's like a matryoshka doll that keeps on giving, that keeps on surprising us with new picks.
It's a
new
gift that
strats.
keeps on giving.
The gift that keeps on giving. That's true.
All
And
right.
what they've drafted us here is a very interesting composition that is very strong level for both of these teams actually. As Saliburge is going to get that Mountain Shocker much earlier on. He's going to get that much earlier than if Speed
True.
got it himself. And then Valentina is going to be stealing out ultimates before Kirk can get it. Sora is going to be obviously one of the strongest fighters in level 4. Tectonic Charge as well. It's going to be early game, bakbakan, suntukan.
Yes.
It's a fight. It's Leon Kilat is going to go ham today.
Yes, and the showdown of the Leon Kilat Street Boys are gonna be starting off as we go to game number 1 between our two major brackets here for CEC versus USJ-R, and
All right.
this is quite the excitement for these two teams right now as we have these very, very strong, very surprising teams going at it. Really, what are your thoughts
All
on
right.
the early game? As you mentioned, Saliburge 1 is gonna definitely be a little bit faster on the clear. However, Onion Rings might decide to pivot here, or will they be more conventional, let it passively wait till level 4, give Saliburge 1 the clear, because we know that Saliburge 1 will be able to clear faster compared to like, but it looks like
it's a surprise.
yes, first here for the River Wanderer. Kazuki gets to the wall, will be good to mitigate, but it looks like the CEC will be able to take the River Wanderer.
Oh, and now looking into that, it's a very early scuffle, as I said earlier. Even though Khalid and Hilda were largely unnoticed, largely banned, they're still going to take advantage of the dangerous grass to make these early plays possible. And now Hesoyam looking to make advantages up against Nicho, who's on this Lapu Lapu. Strong laners in their own rights. We're going to have to see as that turtle is about to spawn in a bit. Onion Ring spotted out by Kazuki. As now looking largely even Steve and Kazuki trying so much to just disturb him, just to give him a little bit of a headache. Looking into it, but Kirk?
Oh, Kirk here looking for a little bit of a punish for that one, especially putting Kazuki to the half health. However, with that passive here, Kazuki can still sort of regen back up. Again, this Grok is very tanky. He's very hard to take out in the map though.
Yeah, early game, Grok is just undisputed, just really tanky. And it just gets worse as the time goes on. As now the turtle is about to spawn. Onion Rings already starting it.
Advantage-
Saliburge with the knock up.
4-man Nicho follows up already, but he looks like he gets isolated. Saliburge 1 will take out Kirk,
Whoa!
but Troy will trade back, and Onion Rings takes the first. The Spear of Destruction hits it. Nicho is also taken down by Hesoyam, and it was a very, very bloodbath for the first turtle.
Oh,
it's
but
not
hang on,
done.
Santai.
But he'll just take out the claw just to get back here to the safety of his tower.
Okay, now we've chilled out. Let's see what just happened there. It was a 1-for-1, but Onion Rings was able to take that turtle, which means advantages-wise, he's going to have a lot more. But just look at this. The Petrify into the ultimate just jump scares Saliburge from there. The Spear of Destruction to try and trade it out from downtown gives Hesoyam the kill. But there's a team fight. Hesoyam.
Oh, Nicho immediately takes down, but Saliburge
charge.
will get to the. But he gets double here for USJ-R. Saliburge 1 looking for like a shark in the water, trying to hunt back down. He did not get, but again he finds Onion Rings here. Onion Rings will just
low.
dash away back his turret. This is more of a revenge play here for that early game.
And this is what USJ-R really need to do. They're going to stave off CEC's aggression in these early fights so that their the mid-game surprises that they're able to make with Troy's Kadita with everything that they have here. Kazuki already looking threatened.
Ooh, the rough waves is being used here just to zone out Kazuki. And it's wild. And as you said, you mentioned here that they have to be very early game focused here. And actually, this is what CEC is doing right now. They're being very unpredictable. They're catching off USJ-R some with their rotations here. Really fight. They don't hesitate. And again, no hesitation from Kirk, immediately slamming down. But with no follow up, we'll have to get out, especially with the response of the Mountain Shocker.
Oh, and the turtle has already spawned as well, so you don't really want casualties as that happens. As now they spot it out. Here we go. It could be a 5v5 matchup. All 5 ready to go. Danjiro with the Tsunami Slam gets it, but Kazuki already stuck up now.
Ooh, the Blazing Duet is ready for it, and CEC was there. He was ready to respond. The Spear of Destruction just misses. Though USJ-R, of course, they still have the gold lead with that really solid team fighting. They're always there to respond to every play that USJ-R is ready to throw at them.
And of all people to get that turtle, it's Danjiro who just swipes it. The Blazing Duet did some damage, but not enough just yet. It's still much too early in the game, as USJ-R was just able to collapse that time and get their objectives in check.
Yeah.
It's still relatively even. A 1k gold lead separates these two teams, but they still have so much fight in them.
That's true, and they do, and that's what CEC is willing to do non-stop. Fight after fight, and again, really isolating Kazuki. Oh, really zooming in. Troy will get down the roamer. Hesoyam has to salvage this a little bit, but he gets a double. He actually gets one for USJ-R, but he's also now low with Santai picking up Hesoyam with Celeborge. Now back, he's ready to clean up. Santai, it's down. His Celeborge gets a double. Now he's hunting down onion rings, and won't do that much actually. Just to zone out the mid lane. And wow, again, they've somehow figured out USJ-R that, alright, you're gonna fight, we're also gonna fight too.
Oh, and meanwhile up the top side, Speed 6-7, making dreams of his own, just pushing that tower solo. This guy, very low-key, but just keeping it cool. But USJ-R, they've got CEC's number. They've found that solution already. They're trying these fights that they know that they can win, but USJ-R just quick to turn it against them.
That's true. Again, as you said, they have their number. They're running inside their heads. Kazuki being the bait here, providing so much kills here for Celeborge 1, ready to clean up if there's ever need one. And Onion Rings is a little bit lost here, especially he's always left for dead. Oh, and now immediately gets taken out with that Valentina. But Nicho will respond back in turn, and it looks like CEC wins this time. Again, really evening up the scoreline for both of these teams. 9-8, just 1 kill differential for USJ-R.
Where is our retribution, man? These mid laners are crazy with these turtle steals. Troy this time with the rough waves, giving big damage onto USJ-R, and this is what CEC wants. Yeah. They want to take us by surprise. They want some sudden openings that will punch holes into the defenses of USJ-R, as here comes another
Tsunami Slam here will follow up, but just a bit of a zoning, a bit of a force of an ultimate here, especially with the Lord, just to force out that Mountain Shocker. Actually, really, they have to be taking out these key ultimates here for Celeborge so that they can provide the information they need, so that they can stop back with the counterplay. But
look at the punish!
Again, Danjiro will use the Tsunami Slam to get Kirk. But Kirk is still alive, but Speed 67 chases him down. And now it's now this time USJ-R now knocking on the door in this mid lane tower. But Nicho will use the Brave Soul just to zone out Celeborge 1. But Kazuki looking a little bit, looking to push his luck, finds Santai. But again, Santai knows immediately.
Wait, hang on,
will use the Blazing Duet to take down Speed 6 of them. Just this Claude just changed roles to an assassin.
This guy just charged forward, walked into Speed, used Purify offensively to try and get Speed 6-7. And he's just going to be a little late for the Lord. But hang on, here's another
again,
fight.
Kazuki is left to his lonesome, and it's again Santai picking it up. The Celeborg cosplay for Santai is now coming out. Wow. And as again, it's now a 5 versus 3 for this first Lord fight here. Again, this is all up again. The hope of USJ-R to getting this game number 1 right, rests on this, but
Hesoyam.
3-match shifting sky, so Hesoyam, but Onion Rings with that Appraisal's Wrath will get the Lord. Speed 67 is now immediately hunting down. The 2 marksmen are heating up. Onion Rings has left on his lonesome. The Spear of Destruction will hit, and Speed 67 gets one. Onion Rings running for his life as Celeborg he'll get away with a red buff and 30% of his health.
He'll live with his life. They'll take the Lord, but at what cost? USJ-R quick to counter-attack, quick to counter-engage. Speed and Celeborg are online. This double marksman setup was already good. Onion Rings taunted up Hesoyam there to start things off. But oh my goodness me, Celeborg and Speed free hitting onto the rest of CEC, unloading all of their bullets.
Yes, and the action does not stop as now USJ are pressing forth. Nicho
Nicho.
will go with the bravest warrior and will get down to Kazuki. I'm looking a little bit low here. Will use the shifting skies and the Appraisal's Wrath will claim the soul of the XP laner for USJR, and they have no choice but to run back to their jungle.
That was a crazy combo. Nicho with the Landshaker stuns it up, and then Onion Rings just follows it with the Appraiser's Wrath right at the sweet spot. Just boom! As we take a look at the items, both gold laners have their Trinity builds ready already. As Danjiro looking to cosplay, but
Celeborg will get down Santai, but he'll be traded out immediately. And again, you have to remember this is a double marksman comp. If they lose out Celeborg, you still have Speed 67, who is now well activated with his items. So again, the damage on USJR cannot be understated so much. Don't you agree?
Yeah, and it's just back to square one. CEC looking to find these fights. USJR looking to counter-engage. The gold lead is just seesawing, but it's still in favor of USJR. Yes. Now it's a minute for the next Lord.
It's still, yes, it's still USJR's game to lose. The gold lead is still within their favor. However, it's now shrinking as, ooh, this is a bit of a sneaky play. However, it looks like, ooh, it might seem like CEC might sniff this out just a bit. Though, with 30 seconds into the Lord, they have to show off their positions, or they have to commit to something, as, again, they are very, very cautious here. CEC, they know they want to be the ones who are the ones surprising, not them getting surprised.
Oh, and they're all just freezing out the lanes. They're just keeping the lane equilibriums just safe and sound. Of Santai, oh! Danjiro starting to hurt now, eh?
Yes, really, very, very much that hurt. That's why they cannot afford to get surprised. Just one wrong misstep by CEC and they can immediately get wiped by the draft of USJR.
And now the Lord has spawned Onion Rings. Time and time again is going to hold this Lord first, but the Mountain Shocker spots it out. They also spot out that Nicho is on the other side, defending the top side. But hang on!
They're pulling the trigger! Hesoyam immediately goes in, but it's rough wave by Troy will claim that Lord, and the Blazing Duet will blaze through 67, but the Wind of Nature and immediately spots out. Speed 67 is now dashing back. Kirk hunting him down, well, not quite, but the Lord, second Lord, goes to the Dragons themselves.
And the Dragons are looking to make their welcome. 4 down for USJR. They might be able to respawn in time. However, CEC, because of those casualties, are going to be able to take out so much of USJR's land, so much of their real estate. Their mid inhibitor is already exposed and they're looking for topside as well.
That's true, and it looks like they're not looking for promos as the Lord will storm down, gets another tower here, 1 turret left here for the side of USJR. Now, of course, the Speed 67 is rattling down like a machine gun here at this Lord. However, the base is not looking too good. Again, the real estate is looking much more favorable for CEC as they're taking a lot more property value here.
Oh, and they even got the
Oh!
parlay, but hang on! Here
Yes.
comes another fight! The three-man.
Immediate slight. Oh, but Hesoyam still alive with just 1 HP. So Onion Rings will take down Hesoyam, but Speed 67 is now rearing up like a machine gun. Has to use the knockoff just to stop it. Spear of Destruction hits at Troy. Will he take it? Blazing Duet by Santai, but he cleans it up. Danjiro is down, and now it's Celeborge will be able to trade it back, and it's the 2 marksmen who are left. And it's the Maniac by Speed 67. So the Savage only being taken away by Celeborge 1, and now they have to clean this up. They have to get back. The Panthers are ready to trade back. Again, the marksmen are not to be understated, are not to be ignored.
And what a play that was. A full-on 5-man wipe for USJ-R, turning things around, making sure that CEC, they've had this problem time and time again, CEC. They have a tendency to overheat when their lead skyrockets into oblivion. As we take a look at this instant replay, these gold laners are cerebral right now.
Ooh,
Speed.
Hesoyam only getting by with just a sliver of health. Only the Onion Rings have to trade it back, but then they immediately go into the grinder that is the USJ-R team. 2 marksmen, ratatata, ratatata, ratatata. Yes, and Celeborge taking down Santai. Meanwhile, Speed 67 cleans the rest up. It's the 2 marksmen.
Absolute cinema. And we're only here for 15 minutes. Most movies happen in like 2 hours or so, but this, we're already treated. So much happening all around the map as now the Lord is going to spawn, unfortunately, in the far lane of USJ-R. So things are going to be a little difficult for them as they try to dance this Lord CEC.
Yes, again, is very important they point out. But again, a concealed play here. Will cancel out with Kirk, but he managed to escape just in time. Onion Rings, the bravest
Here comes the
fighter,
counter
but the
engage.
2-man shifting skies, Blazing Duet will respond with the Wind of Nature. Oh, but Danjiro will kidnap Santai, and that's the rest of the damage here for CEC. And the 2
they're
marksmen
running for the hills.
are rattling again. Another double kill from Speed 77, and Nicho is left on his alone sub. He's trying to hunt out, trying to trade back, has to buy time for
They're
Z,
not gonna let
but
it go
no,
home.
the 2 marksmen have
That's
their
it.
eyes set on the objective, the true objective, winning this game. And with 1 minion wave, and it looks like it's a counter of attack. Game 1 will now go to the Panthers. Woo!
And in 2 fell sweeps, USJ-R look to claim match point already. As now 2-0 already. They're 1 step closer to it already. They're so close. But wow, that team fight.
They want to maintain their undefeated streak, and it looks like they're getting closer to it. Again, really solid macro. It looked like it was very close. However, it was still under the control of USJ-R, despite CEC raring to go, but taking every fight they can get. However, the Goldie, and they did it all in the meantime. All of the objectives, majority of the objectives, went to CEC.
Well, the objectives just respawn, right? The Lord respawns in a few minutes. The Turtle respawns in a few minutes. What doesn't respawn is the tower, the base, and the game that we had right now.
Yes.
But now, wow.
They really embodied just the idea of it only takes 1 team fight to turn it all around despite losing. And of course, the Jaguars. I've been saying Panthers when in fact it's the Jaguars who's been leading this entire time. CEC, the Dragons, have to be a little bit more unpredictable in the drawing board if they want to challenge the dominance that we've seen just for now in game number 1.
But I wouldn't say it was complete and utter dominance by the
True.
Jaguars. CEC, they showed their advantages. They showed their keys to victory. All it takes is to just keep it cool. But speaking of keeping it cool, Speed 67.
Yes.
The
Maniac. This guy is a maniac here, and he did get a maniac too with it's unfortunate he did not get 7-6 or 6-7
Nah.
in his KDA, but still
9-1-6
9-1-6 is still very much impressive. Not less than 6-7, of course, but 9-1-6 still wholly impressive. Dang. Again, he became a machine gun after that. Look at this.
Yeah, I mean,
you have
Troy
two
starting
Troys.
us off with that sudden pick-off onto Celeborge. But USJ-R were always quick to counter-engage. Once they were surprised, they're quick to just follow things through. With their engagements of their own, Celeborge and Speed 67 were there to quickly just clean up shop out there, take things their pace, and CEC were just not able to fight during those last two fights.
That's true here, and actually, despite the very solid front to back here by CEC, the ability of USJ-R to account for having two massive damage dealers here. Again, Danjiro, he's actually as much of an unsung legend here.
Yeah.
He's been very much critical, especially with those Tsunami Slams, stealing those key ultimates here, very from left to right. And it really paid off, actually, especially in the last team fight there.
Yeah, as we see now, this is one of those team fights, right? That Speed 67 and Celeborge just came online. Just the moment CEC took us by surprise by that Lord Steal, they said, enough's enough, we're just going to take you guys instead. As now, CEC, they were also quick on the draw with these engagements. They were also just ridiculous with those combos, with those picks, with those individual plays that they were able to do. But USJ-R, always on their pace, always keeping it cool. And wow,
Yes, and
just look at that.
look at this. Like, look
Wind
at
of nature
Santai.
with speed.
It's a battle of the wind of nature here, and it looks like Speed 67 won it out. And oh my God, look at this defense
Look at this
here.
play.
Again, Speed 67 just maximizing the damage here. Troy, even though look at
that.
he sniped Troy immediately, runs it down. Not running it down, running it forward, and that's how he got the maniac here. That's crazy. This man is truly a maniac, searching for the
Cerebral,
maniacs.
Just look at this, as this is the final fight, and CEC were just scrambling at that point. They were utterly baited by that Lord, as USJ-R just were very quick to collapse on them and just said, hero, 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 hero. That's probably the call.
The unfortunate thing is that because of the two marksmen, this is how you leverage the double marksman
Yes.
comp. It's the idea that even if one marksman gets cut off, as long as somebody's pumping out damage, it's still your team fight to win.
Yeah, it's like gambling up against insurance policy is the word for
Two
that.
insurance policies.
It's
to
two
be-
insurance policies.
Yes, you're never gonna run out of value of that. Speaking of value, look at the items here. Full item here for Celeborge. Both of their key carries. This is the goal that you wanted to be seen here. As you see, despite them losing out on objectives, they were maximizing their gold on the carries that they wanted to. They have 13,000 on Celeborge 1. Speed 6-7 full build in less than 12 minutes.
They just came alive there. Fortunately, CEC, as I've seen that time, they have a lot of fight in them still. As wow, what a fight. What a game. And there's more.
Yes.
There's more.
Of course, we can't. Of course, CEC is not gonna go down without a fight. They did not come here to get 3-0'd by USJ-R, and I'm pretty sure that they have yet to. And of course, there's so much more to show for, and that's all thanks to our sponsors, of course, Basta Hotdog,
Virginia.
Yes,
Right.
and of course, big shout out to our apparel and clothing.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
Crayon
to
Lab.
Crayon Lab. And not to say the least, what is responsible for you and for everyone here to be able to do their jobs. Big thanks to Smart.
PLDT as well.
Yes, so y'all live more with
Yeah.
Smart, and PLDT leading towards better future for Filipinos worldwide.
Yes. And of course, if you're feeling, if you feel like you want to watch this, you want to check this out in real life, in the flesh, you can check us out here in our official venue partner. We're here in the CITU
Elra.
Alrac.
Yes. And of course, if that's not for you, if that's not it for you, you can also check out our different streams here. You can check us out on the Sasafi Esports League Facebook page. Though, if that's not up to your speed 6-7, you can also check us out on Smart Sports on Puso P. And of course, you can also catch us on the MCL Collegiate Facebook page too. So yeah, we have multiple
Check us out.
options.
What's
And
up?
don't forget to interact there too. And yeah, so of course we are gonna be giving the winning team, their well-deserved regards. And yeah, that's gonna be of course.
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
The USJ-R. They've been top dogs, not just. This is a decorated school
Yep.
team.
Very
It's Leon
experienced.
Kilat.
Yep. The preseason champions of 2023. They were semi-finalists of Season 3. They made a really deep run that time. And now they're showing us that they're going to do that once again. And they're poised to go for that final spot themselves as they are the top seed of Group A this
Yeah.
season.
They are setting themselves up, and they are they looking for the Jaguar Golden Road? It's more like less of a golden road. It's more like a yellow. Jaguars are
Oh, they're like yellow, yeah.
they're yellowish.
I see, I catch your drift.
Yeah, more like you catch my claws. And yes, of course, we have so much games to look out for as we get to possibly the match point. Though
Yeah.
I'm not surprised if we might extend this to 5 games. in
5
total.
games,
Yes.
please.
So you can catch us more as we go on a very quick break.
Wait, hang on.
Ooh,
Hang on.
let's have a break and more.
Okay,
We're
not gonna break it.
Not a
We're
break.
not gonna
it.
break it.
More of immediate. More. That was the break. That was the break.
yeah, there. We're back. We're back.
Oh wow.
Oh, sudden. It's time flies so fast, man.
Yes, it was so
As we
quick.
go, as we
I didn't even notice.
as we go into Game 3, what do you think is going to be a drafting? What's the drafting gonna look like then?
Oh, right now. They might pivot here. Honestly, again, with their backs against the walls here, CEC might definitely go to be the aggressors here. Again, the front to back
Oh.
was very solid. Was a very solid in theory, but you're not gonna surprise USJ-R with the front to back. Yeah, you might have surprised them, but by taking every single fight, but they were well prepared for that. They were able to adjust. They were able to get the gold into their key carries. Now, I want to see that into that level of thinking for CEC.
Yeah, and really, what kind of put the nail in the coffin there was kind of their overextension into that a few team fights ago, where they kind of overstayed their welcome, so to speak, and they tried to make plays that didn't really need to happen. Not really realizing that Speed and Celeborge already came online minutes ago, the drafts, they're gonna have to surprise us. They're gonna have to put something in the deep pockets. This is gonna be. It's not really a do or die. There's still a lower bracket, but still, if they want to keep that upper bracket dreams alive and get an easier, smoother way into that playoffs, through that playoff spot, they gotta watch out.
I would disagree on that. They don't have to surprise us. We're just gonna be surprised by proxy. They have to surprise USJ-R.
That's true.
Yes, we're just along for the ride again. And of course, that's true. I agree. Although I agree with everything else, they have to redraft. I really like to think that maybe with, again, no holds barred, they immediately go for their comfort. They immediately go for whatever will get them the win. Again, this is now the time to go for a bit more aggressive, really show
lean
off.
into
Again,
that.
like that's the time you be more confident. Of course, with some of the thought behind it. Again, USJR is a very solid team. I'm pretty sure if they do the random stuff go, then I'm pretty sure they're also well prepared for it. But again, they need to sprinkle in that CC surprise juju.
And I mean, perhaps the change in pickings is going to change that a little bit, because CEC is going to be first pick for this game number 3, as yeah, it's going to change up the way they think. That Valentina first pick is going to be out of the table for USJ-R. They're
Yeah.
not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, now I want to talk about that Valentina
Yeah.
pick. That's
That was
because
so.
it's this surprising because previously we always considered as Valentina as the reactive pick. You don't prioritize it because you're like, oh, okay, we're only gonna give it out once we see the. I don't know.
Once
However,
we see like good ultimates.
yes. However, this time we've sort of like changed it up now. It's now, oh, we're gonna proactively pick this hero so that you're gonna be more cautious in picking out your heroes.
Perhaps the
It's a
magic item, yeah.
psychological mind warfare.
There's mind games happening in the draft.
Yeah, so you're like,
And
you will pick this hero.
You will pick these heroes with kind of ultimates, and I will disrupt your picking. It's a cerebral thing that you'll have to address out of the game as well. Like,
Yeah, it's the order of what you were gonna make out your plan is, right? And this time, I might see that because again, from what I saw in the previous game, I feel like the roles were reversed here. And the keys to victory went a little bit more towards USJ-R.
Yeah.
Like they were the one who was always being more unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like they were always the one taking the fights. They were counter engaging. They were the ones. And although CC were the ones to engage first. Again, they were being very aggressive. They were being really trying to push. Though they bit more than they could chew. That's what I could say.
Yeah, and I guess that goes to show the kind of play that they used to, as that composition that they had, the pick off from the Kalea and the Kadita as well, to try and -1 the opponents, and that can work, but like you'll have to again surprise everyone, but like take things a lot more methodical perhaps. Maybe that's the play, or
That's
do you
true.
double down?
Ooh.
Ooh.
My heart says double down.
Double down.
Go down.
All
go
or
for
nothing.
it. But my mind says no, they have to be a bit more strategic.
Yeah.
They have to be a little bit more cautious now moving into game 2. Again, this is the playoffs. It's time to get serious, lock in. And but again, it's also the chance for you to also spread out your wings and show off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see a bit more. I want to see a bit more of that, and I feel like CEC has what it takes. They do have what it takes, and we've seen them. They've surprised us multiple times.
Right.
Yes. Now we kind of want to see this, especially into the going into this round. We've sort of expected that, of course, it's going to be the USJ-R being a little bit more dominant. I guess they have been dominating the entire field.
The bracket. Yeah.
Yes.
So there is a hint of just expectations for that, right?
Yes. So, but we want to see expectations being broken.
Yeah.
Legends forged. That's what we.
That's
And
a-
what better legend is to create an upset? Like that's what we want to see, though. For me personally, that's me speaking. Yes.
Because now we take a look. Kinsay makilatan sa kadaugan. Who will get thundered by Leon Kilat? Is USJ gonna go? CSC? Leon Kilat himself?
Or again, big shout out to our student volunteers, Isang Pitik. Yes. So again, you can interact with that in the community poll at our live stream at our Facebook page. Again, you can check us out on the Safi Esports League Facebook page, or you can also check out from our other media partner streams. You have Smart Sports and Puso P, or you can check us out on the MCL or the MCL Collegiate Cup stream too. So,
Yeah. So check us out. Don't forget to share the stream or what have
yeah,
you.
you can answer even there.
You can answer there.
We
Yeah.
might win diamonds.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good prize.
Well, I can't even do that because like I'm working here.
Oh,
I'm working here.
don't you
But,
know
like,
what you call passive generation?
passive Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Remember the passives from the olden years of ML? It's the passive income generation.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how Nana? Oh, Mincitar's
Oh,
old
that
passive
old passive is
that he gave free gold.
he gains gold when he gets an assist, and then he gives gold when he gets.
But speaking of Mincitar, though, we might not see him in this drafting as we get into what could possibly the last game for this matchup.
Oh, CEC opting to ban Marcel again.
Carry.
Yeah, and
Yes,
the carry
followed
as
by-
well. Oh, we're rapid firing now. Of course, USJ-R, they opted to ban Suyu last time. This time they're going to ban it again. Now the Zachan obviously, and the Sora from last time, they don't want CEC having that.
Ooh.
CEC, ooh, this is really fast.
This is now the double tank
This-
here going here for
Oh.
without the carry here for CEC. So they might be the more aggressive. Again, they're going to continue the pattern of being the aggressor team here with
Oh.
USJ-R. Especially now they have the Claude. This time it's a little bit more swapped out. We have
Hold
the
on.
Freya being picked out as the first pick here for CEC and the Yi Sun Shin. So again, they might swap it out. It could definitely still be the Freya and the gold lane, though she's been nerfed a little bit. But
she's definitely gold laning this
Yes.
one, since considering the Yi Sun Shin and everything.
yes, but Troy with that. Ooh, okay. So we
Oh.
have two fighters here. A very, very skirmishy, and this is what we kind of want to see from CEC.
Oh.
Very skirmishy, and they actually let the Fanny through. Is this a handshake from CEC?
I mean, looking into the gold lane matchup though, Claude into Freya is a little sus. It's a little suspicious, considering how Freya works against Claude. But opening up Fanny, that's a little strong, eh?
Especially with the Fanny and the Hilda. That's going to be a nightmare in the early game.
Yeah.
Yes, your jungle is, even though this is not dangerous grass, it's flying cloud.
Flying cloud.
That becomes dangerous cloud. Yes, and wow, this is gonna be a really, really interesting show off by here by USJ-R, and I can't wait with this as we get now to game number 3 for between the USJ-R Jaguars versus the CEC Blue Dragons. And we go back to the Land of Dawn for what could be possibly the last game here. And I'm really, really excited for this Fanny Hilda. Because, again, you have a very... Again, Yi Sun Shin is... yes,
He's a hero that needs money. That's
he
right.
needs money, and he needs to be protected. And of course, Fanny is someone who wants to stop you from getting money.
Yeah.
She's like a banker. Yes.
Yep.
Or a solicitor.
A solicitor.
Going to your jungle, taking your buffs.
Yeah.
And with Kazuki just providing so much information, but very good response here. And already the invade is going to happen here. The revitalize has to be expended here. Girk going down, but Danjiro claims first blood. And the rest of USJ won't be greedy. They got the River Wanderer as well as first blood. They won't take that much more, and they're gonna go back just a little bit. And ooh, it's getting spicy now here.
This battle is going to be in favor of Santai. One funny thing that Santai had with Danjiro, one interaction they had, Santai walked in, he walked forward, and then Danjiro pushed with a passive. It's like, back off, man. None of that.
Yes.
'Cause now, we're seeing, yeah, Nicho is going to be on that signature CC pick. Going to be another layer of frontline for the side of CEC, who are looking to kind of stave off this early game. Considering USJ-R have that Hilda, they have that Fanny as well as the Zachan to an extent. They're going to try and dominate this early game as much as possible, but Turtle is about to spawn.
And
Position is going to be important, yeah.
I want to point out that the reason that the Celeborg went for the red buff is that he did anticipate that a skirmish was gonna happen,
Yeah.
and they need the true damage to chew off, especially with Agato Catcha. And ooh, here
hang on.
the vengeance already popped off here to just for Nicho to survive as the turtle is now being started. So the USJ-R.
Onion Rings gets it.
Ooh, Kazuki gets isolated here, but Celeborg claims Onion Rings. Troy will trade back Kazuki, though Yasuya is ready and raring to go with that Infernal Pursuit, and CEC has to back off USJ-R to a very strong start.
Right. CEC, they did good with getting that turtle. However, that pick off that they tried to do on Nicho, it did wonders for them because they took out his Vengeance. He also took out that yo-yo blitz that he has. And so now, CEC, they're going to have to spend resources to try and protect the Yisun Shin Onion Rings. But now here on the top side, Nicho already half health from the trades that he's been getting from this Phobius. Very strong pick there. As now, it's a 1k gold lead. It's calming out here. Meanwhile, top side, Santai just play safe.
Kazuki spots out Santai, but again, Santai, you can't just face tank a Freya with so much DPS, even if you're a tank.
Yeah, the sustain that she has from the shields she gets from that skill 1, still solid even after the nerfs.
Yes, of course.
Right,
with
item check.
40 seconds till the first objective for the first second turtle is gonna spawn here for this game, and CEC has to look for something here. Ooh, immediately
USJ-R.
a 2v2, but with the Fury of the Phoenix will stun Onion Rings. He'll get down. Nicho has no vengeance left, but as well, so is Celeborge with no energy. He'll just spawn back though. Might look like he's not over it yet. And very good. Another aggressive display here by USJ-R. The Jaguars are really heating it up.
Oh, they're burning up very early on. They're not gonna let CEC do what they want here, as the second turtle is gonna spawn now. Celeborge starting things off. Kazuki in a really good position now. Looking to make the place, looking to find place, and I think CEC won't be able to fight it out.
Oh, but again, Santai will use the Valkyrie form just to escape, but Celeborge is ready to keep dancing around. No, wheel manipulation catches Celeborge one. Troy will take down the flying Fanny, and Onion Rings is there. Oh, he's ready to take over. Onion Rings with Hesuyam with that Infernal Pursuit, but Kirk will shut him down immediately. Nicho trying to fish out more with that yo-yo, but will not be too greedy enough
To do it all. And now, Santai looking to cut the lanes, looking to take that advantage. As CEC, they're not letting up. They're not gonna let things go without a fight. Celeborge going in way too deep. Enough for Troy to punish with the real world manipulation. And now it's a little bit of a reset going on. 1k gold lead. It's still in favor of USJ-R. But CEC, they're finding angles. They're finding their ideas. All it takes is another fight. Now Onion Rings.
Ooh, Celeborge one. Again, bit of a dive. Will force out the Mountain Shocker here just to spot out if there was going to be a play that's going to happen. But again, that was a very good force here by Celeborge 1. Again, you don't just use, you use the unparalleled mobility of the Fanny to leverage that.
Right.
Just to get that, just to force out some very, very key utilities from each team.
Yeah, and the Fanny just escapes things that she's that other heroes are just not able to escape. Celeborge in a flash, already on the top side, already ready for this next turtle. Probably going to be the last one of this game. As now Onion Rings is actually leading in terms of XP. Level 10 onto Celeborge's level 9. Now, we might be in for a 5v5.
The real world manipulation just in time, as Hesuyam is now being jogged to at least half HP now, and bit of a pause here, just at the right snapshot. This is cinematic.
Whoa. And wasn't Marcel banned? Why was there golden time on the entire map?
It was a golden hour.
That was
It was more of a golden second.
That was a golden second.
Yes. So of course, as we a bit of a pause here, just to give the players their fingers refresh as the action is about to start.
Yeah.
And again, we have to consider again the nature of the draft here of CEC, that they use the real world manipulation as a net.
Yeah.
Because you have two fighters who are going to be pouring down on you all of their damage. Santai, who's going to keep chasing, and etc. etc. But again, we can't let it stall any further, as we're going to go back to the golden second.
All right. Marcel's ultimate stops. He's not here, but there we go.
There, and looks
Time
like
resumes.
it did pan out here for CEC, evening up the gold lead as well as the kill count. 4-4, and now almost just less than a 1k gold lead here for USJ-R. Oh, Santai will use the Valkyrie form just to escape out of trouble. And ooh, bit of a turtle dance here. It's not the Lord, it's called the turtle dance here. And oh, they're
Onion Ring
bursting
gets
this
it.
down. Onion Rings get it. And again, the gold lead is now even here for both teams.
It's an even Steven now. Santai looking to be pressured now and try to get speed 6-7 on a good spot now, USJ-R. Meanwhile, Kirk all alone up against 3.
Ooh, they're
Looking to taunt 2, but
Yes.
Revitalize.
No, he takes up so much backup, but no, without the
Oh, he's
Valkyrie,
still
the
alive.
OG just to escape, and then Nicho will have to leave Santai to his death, as he will be bearing down the wrath of the 5 people here of USJ-R, and it looks like they're not over yet. Hesuyam will be looking to invade a little bit, just apply a little bit pressure. In the meantime, you have Celeborge 1 pushing back downstairs, and wow, speed 6-7.
Okay.
Ooh, so a little bit of a flex showing off, taking a turret shot.
Oh,
But meanwhile, Sally Borge, oh, just dancing with the cables, flexing off in the dead body of Onion Rings. Meanwhile, Esuyam gets Nicho despite off screen actually. And again, USJ-R biting back after that turtle loss.
They're finding place everywhere on all angles, but now speed 6-7 is in a little bit of a pickle now.
Kirk.
He's gonna try to just basic attack off of it as they try to take that top side tower. But back into that, just on the top side, speed 6-7, just walking up, taking a turret shot even, just to try and shoo Nichu away.
So we talked
And
about USJ-R being solicitors, and it looks like after evening the gold lead, they decided, all right, we're asking now for interest. We're gonna take your 2 towers as well as pretty much 3 of your heroes.
Yeah,
That's the trade for 1 turtle.
that is some. What kind of economics class are these guys on?
Yes.
As we take a look at the items, the economy is also really good now for USJ-R. Speed already really close to that Trinity build, as now the Lord's gonna spawn. Celeborge opening up the map even further for USJ-R. Lord already half health.
Kazuki being the guardian here, as and he gets out alive, and the Blazing Duo at speed 6-7 is chasing down, and meanwhile Celeborge is right there to catch up, but will
Santai.
get immediately shut down by Santai. However, the win still goes. Meanwhile, Kazuki and Kirk are having a roam 1v1, but it's not a 1v1 any longer with speed 6-7 right there. But again, this Gato Kacha using his passive again just to leverage, but Danjiro just pushes him away with the cloak, and he'll be down for the count.
And all he could do that time was buy time. As now the Lord is charging up. CEC will have to defend this with all their might. This is upper brackets we're looking at now. Things are going to get even more chaotic once we get into the lower brackets. It's going to go downhill from here if things go south. CEC, they need to find their answers. They need to find their picks. If not now, then when?
Yes.
Item check.
That's true here, and yeah, of course we can't cut them out. They still have a very solid lineup here with those 2 again high DPS. Oh, Fury of the Phoenix expended here, but Nicho will run away. But Santai is now going to 1v3 the rest of USJ-R. Meanwhile, the Lord push was repelled back here. Really good force here. Really good defensive wall here by the Blue Dragons.
Right, good defense from them, keeping their towers fresh, but the mid side, they will have to concede that USJ-R takes over that jungle so well now, as Celeborge just giving us a taste of how much damage this Fanny has, as they, oh my, they're just having fun. They're getting a conga line.
They're lining up at right in front of the minion just so that they can see the vision.
Yep,
Yes.
just so they can see it. Meanwhile, Nichu just gives them like a yo-yo and just tells them to bug off. Like, okay,
You gotta love
you gotta love this team, man. They know that they're firmly in the lead. They know that they're firmly in control of this game.
I do think that this, even if they were behind, they'd still do that. USJ-R is nothing but if they're not fun.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They love to have fun in their
But hold up.
games.
Kazuki spots out the 5-man conceal.
Ooh,
The
Rad.
play was not. They did not continue with it. CEC.
Good spot here. As long as that they need to find those critical timings here for CEC if they want to surprise USJ-R. But of course, with this is an adaptation from the previous draft here by USJ-R earlier. You have 2 high DPS that can clean up with that CC as well as that Freya. But in this case, they're 2 melee.
Their time in the spotlight is gonna run out, and it's gonna have to be up to Onion Rings to try and carry us into the end. Lord spawned already. CEC trying to find their position, but the frontliners of USJ-R are just going to deny them.
Oh.
Look at this zoning from this team.
Ooh,
As the
Kirk
Phobius
didn't
takes
do
one.
AOG.
He
Dang.
couldn't even. As now USJ-R, with those expended resources from CEC, they're just going to take the Lord for free.
For free?
For
They
free!
got it for free, and ooh, this is not looking too great here if you're a CEC fan. As again, another Lord is marching downstairs at the bottom lane here. Meanwhile, the rest, and again, Kazuki has already just being so tanky. Again, spotting out those key information. Again, another unsung hero, Kazuki. Despite him not being topping up the damage numbers or just, making these grand sets, you really can't do much sets. But it's the information that,
Yeah.
that he's providing for his team.
His mere existence is a threat, as now his KDA is... It looks like it's a binary code for something. Like, it's like 0s and 1s.
But it's 3 1s and 0. Calm down.
Ah,
And again, as the Lord takes down, but ooh, Infernal Pursuit here onto Kirk. He has to
AOG
use
out.
the AOG just go to get back to base. That's one set here away from CEC, their playmaking abilities. Oh, but the Mountain
Ooh.
Chakra, real world manipulation will catch too. But it looks like there's that 2 tags and you don't want to see this. They're trying to rain down, they're trying to melt them down.
Here's the
Santa
set.
is here just to figure, but the Blazing Duet will take 3. Have to go back here, and it's still
shut
the
down.
hold is still going on. But
Santai.
Santai is going to low health here. Again, the defensive hold here is still what's catching. It's still what's keeping CEC in this game.
Oh, Celeborgi! He
Ooh.
missed the cable there really quickly, but quick catch. Good catch from him. Nearly dying to the
Good
tower.
save.
Good save. Good save. As we go to the instant replay, USJ-R maybe biting off more than what they can chew here as well. No more minions left for them. As CEC, they were quick to punish as things were going on, but Santai already in the middle of
Ooh.
everyone.
Oh,
Speed
Fury of the
6-7.
Phoenix, Celeborg. Oh, will take down Onion Rings, and that's 1 down. Nicho.
Oh.
But he gets locked down. 3. Ancient Troy will take down the aggressor here of Celeborg, and it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, Celeborg. His tempo got stopped, Kirk, with that unbreakable, very quick taunt up there. Stopping Celeborg on the tracks. Speed 6-7 even. Used that Purify to go on the offense, actually, to CC immune everything that CEC had to offer there. As we take a look into that item check, Claude nearing completion, full item, just as we say it. Fanny as well. Both carries online from USJ-R. Meanwhile here, onto CEC. They will need a little bit more oomph. They will need a little bit more items. Blade of Despair still up and running for Onion Rings. Still has to get it. Lord's about to spawn. Things about to get spicy.
Yes, and of course the gold lead here. Oh, full build also here now for CEC's Santai. And again, this is what you want to give this to. Again, he needs to keep his tempo up so that the rest of his team can clean up. Actually, he needs this position. They need to find this key here. They need to find a key angle here. Oh, but
Oh
cancel
my.
by the Fear of the Phoenix with the AOG. Dangero's down.
Whoa.
Big 6-7 will take down Troy as a result. But in the meantime, the two here of CEC will take down the Lord as
here
the
comes
rest
the
are
trade.
cleaned up. Santai will get. It's now 2 versus 4 here for CEC.
You
and
get the
USJ-R.
Lord, but at what cost? Once again, CEC, they lose 3, and it looks like USJ-R, they might be able to end this through the bot side, mayhaps. As now,
The
mid lane.
Panthers are ready to clamp down. They're ready to bite down
Oh.
the jugular. Oh, but Speed 6-7 will take down the turtle, and Celeborn, it's all on Nicho, but it's not gonna, it's all in his dream, but Celeborn 1 has his eyes set on winning this match, and your playoffs will remain undefeated. The Jaguars will keep reigning supreme.
Oh, and there you have it. A 3-0 sweep for USJ-R. What a showing from them. Man, they just came alive there. CEC kept that close during that last team fight, but USJ-R said no. No more nonsense. No more surprises. We are going to the upper bracket finals.
Yes, and not only that, they get to remain the title of undefeated. This team are going places, specifically the upper bracket.
Yep.
They're going to the upper bracket. That's the place that they're going, and maybe, hopefully, into the grand final stage.
Yeah. As well, GG, well played still for CEC. They put up a show. They put up a good fight there. But for now, we'll see them in the lower bracket. They'll be facing off against CIT.
The Kings
Ooh.
of Leon. The
The
Kings
Kings of Leon Kilat.
Oh no, Leon Kilat. CIT is nowhere near Leon Kilat.
Nope.
Yes.
We're not there. We're not there. But USGR, they're there. And they're looking.
They're keen to bringing Leon Kilat into CITU.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Bringing us the thunder, the lightning. And now,
And the Leons?
the Leons. I mean, they're Panthers.
They're Jaguars.
They're Jaguars,
Think
rather.
biology.
Ah! We're gonna be seeing each other in class. Oh, you're gonna take geography, I'm gonna take bio. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
But speaking of taking classes, let's see what the USJ-R Jaguars have to teach us in their own words, as they're gonna be interviewed by our wonderful host,
Dan and Astera.
Dan and Astera. Take us away.
What is up, esports fans? The match deciding which team will advance in our upper bracket finals has concluded.
Exactly, and of course we gotta commend the CEC Blue Dragons for putting up such an amazing fight with our winners for today. But ladies and gents, your winners for the upper bracket best of 5 for match 1 is none other than the USJ-R Jaguars. There we go.
There we go.
And
Congratulations, USJ-R Jaguars, for winning this match. At una sa tanan, kumusta man mo?
Okay lang. Feeling good.
okay.
Kira.
Wala pa namahaw.
Mura gigutom pa sila, no? Pero
Lagi?
bisag gigutom, grabe ang energy o effort para makadaog today. Now,
Precisely.
precisely correct. Now, the CEC Blue Dragons, Speed 6-7, were the dark horses this season. What were the adjustments created by the Jaguars tailored to counter CEC's gameplay?
The only thing we adjusted was our hero pool kay lason kay lahan niya kami kay since one may batak kay gikan mi midterms na kuan nami kung unsa mo nadman.
Okay. Now, for you guys, I want to ask you guys the question now. With this win, you are now headed forward for the upper bracket finals. What can we expect from the Jaguars considering that you guys are so close to the finish line and there is little room for error?
Kuan kanang expect more kay nahuman na mig midterms na may time mag-practice para sa mga adjustment na mo and kanang mora to.
Perfect. And now let's go for every person out here for their shout-outs. Let's start with you.
Shout out sa Crimson o sa USJ-R Adelante and sa kong uyab.
Shoutout sa mong sponsor Crimson niya sa SKR niya sa kong uyab.
Shout out kay Ate Jeng, our sponsor, to my family and to my friends.
Shoutout sa Crimson Sports and sa USJ-R.
Shout out sa my family ug sa akong mga barkada na nagtan-aw dira og mga taga USJ-R gapo na gwapo ug gwapa.
Again, congratulations to our winners for our match 1 today, the USJ-R Jaguars, and for being the first team this season to enter the upper bracket finals. Congratulations,
Wow.
guys.
Congratulations.
Now, let's get back to our sweet and salty casters, Salty Chan and Rare Candy. The storm has settled. It's time to go out.
What storm?
Out came the sun.
He said there's storm. He
The
said
storm?
there was a storm. I don't know where it's.
It's Leon Kilat, man.
The storm,
The
yes.
storm.
Okay. Thank you so much
Wordplay.
for explaining.
It's wordplay.
And yes, indeed, the storm of USJ. I don't think it's ending anytime soon. They are gonna storm even more up until the grand finals.
Oh.
That's coming from me.
That's coming from you.
Yeah.
Some hard reads we're gonna see there, as they're going to be in waiting for our next match, right? It's going to be
Yes.
USC versus UC Maine, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
Yep.
another really strong team. However, I want to go back to talking about the two Kilat school brothers here, CEC and USJ-R. Again, despite the sweep, despite the clean sweep, it was still not clean at all. It was a messy. They were fighting back and forth,
Yeah.
tooth and nail, bear and dragon. No, jaguar and dragon.
Yep. And they didn't make it look easy, CEC. They put up a show, they put up a good fight. It's just that USJ-R, they had their number today. And look at the numbers. It's once again
Speed 6-7.
2-0 and 12
And
on
he
the
did
clock.
not get 6-7 again.
Well, this is still really cool. This is the kind of this 2 kills, 12 assists. This guy is racking up like this is the KDA of like a Mathilda. All right, a Mathilda with no deaths. That's what I'm seeing here. But that just goes to show that Speed 6-7 is able to get into these plays, get into these team fights before he's even online, right? And that's due to the fact that they actually picked out Celeborge's Fanny, who was just able to out-tempo everyone, stay ahead of the curve. But CEC, they were still able to find their fights here and there. See, look at Kirk with that. But Celeborge opening up the map with those cable plays as well, and that allowed everyone to go.
I love that the target for Kirk is always on Danjiro mid-cast or during the Fury of the Phoenix. And he actually did get this right. He actually was able to cancel the Fury of the Phoenix with that timing on that AOG. And again, it's 3 times in a row. One of those times you will eventually get it.
Yeah.
And it didn't change the fight. It didn't change the outcome of the fight overall, though
it was a solid effort nonetheless.
yes, that's not to say the least. Of course, very good display here by both teams here. Again, CEC is not a team to be overlooked. This is not over for them. We're gonna see them in the lower bracket.
Yeah.
They're going to gauntlet it out. They're gonna fight their way, hopefully, back into the main stage now.
Right. Because it has just been quite a battle, as even Speed just going into that real world manipulation. His Blazing Bolt got stopped by the Lord, and that was just obscene. But that didn't matter at all. Nichu and the rest, they tried their hardest to try and defend this, but it was just too little, too late.
Yeah, Celeborge, he had his eye on the prize, which was getting this game done as soon as possible. And again, looking at the items, though, while Santai was actually very much full build, again, it still wasn't enough. They could not leverage the gold. Again, CEC essentially had what it took to essentially clean everyone. However, again, as you mentioned, Celeborge 1 was just ahead. Very out-tempoing, outpacing everyone else in CEC.
Right, and yeah, I mean, they had their reasons why they wanted to end this quickly. One of them said nga like, gigutom siya, he was hungry. The guy didn't have breakfast yet. So
dear.
he probably has his reasons to end the game fast. The guy was
I don't know.
ravenous.
I can't relate. I don't know.
Oh no.
What could it be? Yes.
But yeah, it has been a solid performance from USJ-R. This is what was expected of them. Well, a sweep was, yeah, that was the icing to the cake to that. But wow, USJ-R, showing us how it's done today.
Yes, again, they are the team to beat truly here. And of course, it's still not over. Again, they still have a long, long way to go going forward. Again, this is just the start of the gauntlet here for these two teams.
Yeah, we just started the
They're just
playoffs
going
now.
to different directions. Because it's not goodbye, it's see you later. Yes.
Who knows? Maybe they'll face off each other in the lower bracket someday. Maybe a rematch is at hand.
Yes,
Who knows?
I statistically that is a possibility. Yeah.
That can happen. Maybe we can see them in the lower brackets. Maybe we can see them both in the finals. Who knows? This bracket is sure to give us some surprises down the line. And I can't wait for these two in action as we advance deeper into the bracket.
Yes, deeper into the bracket we go, and of course, this is not over. Not just for USJ-R, but also for this day. We have two. Even though we only have 2 games, there's gonna be another action pack that's coming up and you're gonna see that if you stay tuned as our Sasafi Esports League Facebook page. Yes, again, it's gonna be USC versus UC Maine.
Yes.
Another banger of a matchup, and can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a rematch from their lower bracket semifinals last season. It's going to be quite a fun match to watch. You wouldn't want to miss it. But for
No
now,
one wants to miss it.
I don't want to miss it either,
Yeah.
dog. So, for now, go eat your lunch or say your vitamins.
Vitamins.
Yeah, say your vitamins. Eat your
Love
prayers.
it, yes, and
And just
yes.
we'll just be
Yeah, I've been. It's been a treat and a half being your voices for this game. I am your reminder that to always check for your daily rewards, a rare candy.
and if the game doesn't have any salt in it, there's Salty Chan right there.
Yes, and we're wishing you a really good day as we will be going on a very, very quick break. And oh wait, just a bit of a plug. You can check us out on our different pages. You have Rare Candy at RCO Cola or at Rare Candy Casts.
YouTube.com/Salty Chan.
Yes, this guy is very talented. You should check him out. Yes, so again, saying you sweet, sweet bit of a see you later.